Welcome to Amiibo Doctor. Today we're going to be training the Banjo Amiibo Raid Boss. I'm going to be taking this from the Amiibo Raid Boss perspective, but if you want to see a competitive Amiibo training guide, go to AmiiboDoctor.com. Okay, this one has Super Armor. This is a 2800 attack, 1400 defense. Super Armor is a pretty safe choice as far as Raid Boss Amiibo go. You can't really go wrong with it. I mean, it's just easy, I guess. If you're not familiar with the general Amiibo training guides, again, you don't go to the website. But basically, Omega stages, stock matches, mirror matches their character, do what you want them to do, right? In this case, thinking about how I'm going to want this Banjo Amiibo to play, I'm actually not going to want him to use a lot of Wonder Wing. A little bit of Wonder Wing, sure, that'll be really good on a raid boss. By the way, notice how he's not taking any knockback? Well, okay, there we go, he didn't take any knockback from that. That's because Super Armor ignores knockback under 132 units of knockback, so it's roughly a Bowser's forward smash at like 70%. Pretty powerful. So, basically I'm going to do what I want him to do. I want him to use a lot of forward smash, some forward tilt, right? And we're just going to keep doing that over and over. I'm not going to, show you the whole shebang. We're going to edit this out a little bit. But do stick around, stay tuned, because there are some AI flaws relating to Wonder Wing that you will need to know about, and I will wait and see if those come up. One of the nice things about training an Amiibo with Super Armor is that unless they randomly pull out a grenade, you can just keep using the same forward tilt over and over and over, and they'll usually just let you do it. I very much enjoy that. By the way, you do not need to teach your Banjo how to recover with Wonder Wing. It already knows how to do that. That's actually built in. It gets activated at the higher levels. Now, one of the most important, if not the most important move in Banjo's moveset is actually not Wonder Wing. Well, again, we'll explain the AI issue once we show it. It's that forward air. Now, forward air is basically his only good offstage move. It's really what I consider to be one of the best aerial moves in the game, in my opinion. In the Amiibo game specifically, not in the human play game, obviously. Because it comes out fairly quickly, the Amiibo AI can use it tremendously well, and it's just bloody brutal. I'm not even British, and I called it bloody. How does it feel, Brits? How does it feel? One of the key aspects of Banjo is that while Banjo is best when he's grounded, he's also hardest to fight when he's grounded. Anytime you're in the air, just out of coincidence or through something else, you are going to want... Oh dear, I let him charge a smash attack. That's not good. We don't want Amiibo to taunt, we don't want them to dash dance, and we definitely don't want them charging smash attacks. They will do all three of those even when there's an opponent winding up an attack right next to their head. Very bad idea for them to be doing that. What was I saying about forward air? Or something else? What was I saying? I don't remember. I got sidetracked. That's okay. That's alright. It'll come back to me. Maybe. I hope. If not, then that information is lost forever, and frankly, humanity is worse off for it. Oh, that's what I was thinking. If I remember correctly, down throw to forward smash is actually built in. He unlocks that subroutine as he levels up. The higher levels grant him that ability. Sometimes he does down throw to Wonder Wing as well. I recommend forward smash over Wonder Wing for many purposes, specifically because of down throw to forward smash. That's actually a similar, fun trivia here. That's actually a very similar subroutine to what King K. Rool has as well. He has down throw to forward smash built in, no matter who he's fighting, which I find very interesting. You'll notice I'm not running, by the way. I'm only walking. The reason that's the case is because Amiibo actually have access to far more subroutines and AI subroutines when walking than when they do running. Basically, they can do more things, they can think more things, right? I don't know why that's the case, it just is. Now, it's not important that I just won this match. Typically by the third match of these 10 Stalkers, when you're training a raid boss, you actually end up losing just because the bonuses start to kick in so much more. Not a concern. You don't have to beat your Amiibo, you just have to create a good Amiibo that does what you want it to do. Give me the parry. There we go. After I parry it, I'll hit you with my pecker. Or my bird, I mean. If you know, you know. Our hope is basically getting him to kill as much as possible, right? We want him to eliminate the human opponent as fast as we can, and above all else, win, right? That's the whole point of raid bosses. These Smash YouTubers talk about having the quote-unquote strongest raid boss, but actually they're just very heavily edited videos that don't actually show off the strength of their raid boss, or more specifically, the intelligence of their raid boss. This video is going to have the level 50 version of this Banjo Amiibo at the end. It's going to be me fighting it, it's going to be other Amiibo fighting it as well, so that you can actually see more or less how it is. We're expecting the Banjo Amiibo to end up about B or B plus on the Amiibo tier list. That's a vanilla tier list, not a spirits one, obviously. Competitive Amiibo does not use spirits. So, now, one of the unusual issues that you see with the Banjo Amiibo, and this is partially just because he's at a lower level, right? I can't blame everything on it, but he believes that the hitbox of his forward smash is actually a bit farther out than it actually is, which I find very interesting. That is because of the way the developers programmed it. They accidentally put in the wrong hitbox for the move, and that's going to be to his detriment. But forward smash is still good enough that it's his best move, or one of his best moves at the very least. He's taunting. That's actually because of the impact of the spirits. When you put spirits on an Amiibo, it changes the behavior data on it, and just seems to basically do so in a way that's effectively random. It's not literally random, but it's effectively random. And that includes altering the taunt, dash dance, and charging smash attack values, which we do not want. We don't like when those things happen. That's okay. He's not using any Wonder Wing, and I'd like for him to use a little bit of Wonder Wing. So long as he doesn't go over 5 in a life, we're not going to have the AI issue. So I'm just actually going to go ahead and explain the AI glitch, since it doesn't look like we're going to have that problem most likely. The AI glitch is that Banjo does not know when he runs out of Wonder Wing, basically. So the way the Banjo Amiibo AI works is that you have Wonder Wing's entire hitbox, which we'll just say ends at like right there. And we're talking the sweet spot all the way out to the sour spot, right? So if right here is the absolute edge of the sour spot, if he uses Wonder Wing often enough, or his value is high enough, he will use Wonder Wing anytime an opponent is in this entire range, okay? The problem is he doesn't know that he has durability on it or not. So if he's already used his 5 Wonder Wings, he'll just trip and fall repeatedly. It's a little sad, actually. So that's why we don't teach our Banjo Amiibo to spam Wonder Wing, is because they're going to spam Wonder Wing even when they can't, basically. Going at level 24, his internal AI is almost completely finalized. Still going to be missing some subroutines here and there, but I'm liking what I see. He's still a bit free with that forward smash, but it seems to be a lot closer and connecting significantly more now, so that's a really good thing. Also, for the most part, he's walking. Good, that's what we want. If I were going to retrain him, and we'll see how this level 51 goes, because we are going to have a battle against the level 50 version of this at the end. If I were going to train him again, okay, I would go for a little bit more air, actually. I would have him use a bit more forward air, maybe some short hop forward air. You can't teach them the difference between short hop and full hop, unfortunately, but I would have preferred that he had been able to do that. So we'll go for a little of that, I used neutral air next, and that was bad. We'll go for a little bit of that and see, maybe he'll pick it up, maybe he doesn't, we might get lucky. Lord knows I haven't gotten lucky. No one loves me. Anyway. Come on, that was funny. Laugh, damn it. By the way, this is the 3rd match. I'm not worried about winning this. As I said already, I'm just worried about getting the behavior more or less proper, is really all that I'm trying to go for here. After this match, we're going to turn learning off, which I'll show you how to do, and then we'll level him up off screen, and then from there, we will duke it out against. We'll have him fight me. I will take him on as a raid boss myself, and then we'll have him fight my Terry Amiibo. I think that will be thoroughly exciting. And if you don't think it'll be thoroughly exciting, I'm gonna kick you in the head. Do you want to get kicked in the head? I didn't think so. So you better find it exciting, man. Edge of your seat stuff. I can't kick you in the head. You're watching me on a device. How does that work? Okay, kill me so I can end this. Thank you. Okay, so now, we can just cancel out of this fourth match, right? If you cancel out of a match, loading screens are when changes are applied to the amiibo, right? If you cancel out of a match, then it's like it never happened. It's in its mind, we ended at the third match, so we can just go turn learning off, level him up off screen, call it good. Most people would check for the amiibo personality. However, I put my webcam in the way because you can't see it. Ha ha ha. Amiibo personalities are completely irrelevant. They do not matter. However, this is a thrill seeker, Banjo, but seriously, they don't matter at all. I've explained that on this channel already. Just search up Amiibo Doctor, Amiibo Personalities. It'll show up, and that'll play-by-play on that. So anyway, how to turn learning off. There you go. Put away. So stick around for the end of the video, please. Seriously, it's going to be fun. You're going to love it. You've watched this far. Why aren't you enjoying it? What's wrong with you? God. All right. He's at level 50 now. You can see that because I moved my hand, and now you can tell. Yay. Level 50. So I did not see how this Banjo Amiibo fought. I had him fight the Terry Amiibo from the Terry video guide while I was on the phone with my grandmother. So how would I fight? Now, Sephiroth is actually a very easy Amiibo killer. It's almost like cheating, in my opinion. Even against raid bosses, his neutral special just destroys him. But I like Captain Falcon, so we're going to go with Captain Falcon. I usually use him against Super Armor opponents anyway. His Falcon Punch bypasses Super Armor against, I think, even at 0%. You don't have to build a lot of damage. And if you, oh dear, if you run and use Falcon Punch, that's oftentimes fairly effective. I could have sworn that I would parry that. That's fine. The problem with Super Armor, as you'll find out, is that it, as I said, it just ignores knockback less than a certain amount, which makes damage building tremendously hard as well. Oh dear. So the grenade thing, is something he picked up. That's actually built into the Banjo AI. Obviously, I never once used grenade. You can go back and look. Even off camera, I never once used grenade at all. Anytime he uses grenade, it's just because, oh, you jerk, you had to parry that. At least he got the forward air. This Banjo is a lot better than the Terry, so that's a relief. At least it feels a lot better than the Terry. And I'm not saying that he's better because he's beating me. I'm saying he's better because he seems to be playing significantly more optimally. There we go. See what I mean by it bypasses Super Armor? Oh dear. It doesn't bypass, but it has enough knockback, enough base knockback, that it will usually... Oh, shoot. Alright. We'll go one more time, and then we'll swap over to the Banjo-Terry battle and see how that goes. I know Terry is generally going to be considered S tier, but I'm thinking Banjo is going to win. Personally, just because I don't think I did that good of a job on the Terry. So Falcon didn't work, but if I use projectiles, they're usually not going to be powerful enough. Alright, you know, screw it, we'll go Sephiroth. I haven't used Sephiroth in a couple weeks. I don't play Smash that much, actually. I double major and I'm getting ready for law school. Give me a break. And I work part-time. I have a website. Kind of a busy person. You ever notice that? Okay. Get the free damage, please. Oh dear. Why, yes, I would love an extra jump. I can't believe I just did that facing the wrong way. Shall I give you despair? That pun was like really funny for the first probably 2 weeks. Oh, by the way, we actually have Sephiroth Amiibo footage on this channel. Just look it up. Sephiroth Amiibo, Amiibo Doctor. It's modded, but it plays pretty similarly to how we expect the final product will end up playing. That's one of the cool things about this channel, actually, is that we have modded Amiibo and stuff. Oh dear. This thing is gonna... Yep. I knew it was coming, because I'm actually kind of decent at predicting Amiibo behavior when they're off stage, and I still wasn't able to do anything about it. What if I do that? Okay. I was trying to do the down B, but that doesn't work. Not when he's grabbing you. Okay, hit me. That's... Alright. Next segment! Alright, the time has come. So if you're watching this from the Banjo video, I trained a Terry video. I trained a Terry in the Terry video. If you're watching this from the Terry video, I trained it in the Banjo video, so on and so forth. Probably be in the recommended if you're lucky. Or if YouTube is an idiot and decides not to do that, just Google Amiibo Doctor Banjo or Amiibo Doctor Terry, whatever. So early predictions. Type advantage, fortunately, is not a problem here because Terry is neutral type. Whew, I did not plan that out ahead of time. I'm glad it ended up that way. I'm actually thinking Banjo's going to win. He seemed a lot more competent when I fought him. Terry is expected to be A+ or S tier in competitive Amiibo. You can find the tier list at amiibodoctor.com. But I did not do a very good job on this Terry, I will admit. And I'm not entirely sure why that's the case. I think that's because of Insta-Drop. I know that Insta-Drop does weird things to how Amiibo process jump and dodge values. So probably not even in my control. I'd be willing to bet that if I did that again but took Insta-Drop off, he'd turn out fine. Anyway, let's do this. Oh, yeah, and take their names into account. Smash like. Why does everyone say smash like? I don't know. I guess I'm guilty of it as well. Now, one of the interesting things that we're going to see with Banjo is that Super Armor is going to ignore that Jab Jab Power Dunk as well. This is where some of the loadouts come into play as far as competitive Amiibo is concerned. And that's why, actually, why Super Armor is banned in competitive play. I've done a video about the most OP spirits in Smash because they're actually pretty broken. You'll notice Terry's recovery goes a lot deeper than it used to. That's because the subroutines for the AI on recovery and whatnot are much better than they used to be. I'm not seeing Terry do as well. I think what happened with the Insta Drop is that it raised his jump value. It raised his jump value, and he realized, oh, if I'm going to use it, I have to get above it, and that's why he's so jumpy. But you'll notice he's also dodging significantly less than he was when he fought me, in case there was any doubt that Amiibo fight humans differently than they do other Amiibo opponents. That Jab Jab Power Dunk, I did not plan on Super Armor being the exact thing to counter Terry, but, like, you know, convenient, I suppose. Banjo sticking to his bread and butter. He's got that down throw. He's got that forward smash going on. The Banjo is definitely a lot more receptive to the training than Insta-Drop Terry was, that's for sure. He's not even overusing Wonder Wings. That's really good. Little disappointed he's not going down throw forward smash, but that's because Amiibo mash at 30 inputs per second, so they get out of berries almost immediately. Actually, there's an AI glitch that K-Rool has, where he does down throw to forward smash, and forward smash always happens too late because the Amiibo opponent mashes out. I guess I'm not very surprised that Terry's losing. I was hoping that I would be wrong, but obviously that's not the case. By the way, Banjo does have up air juggles built in. You don't see him a whole lot because he doesn't usually use them since I didn't train him to, but that is something that the AI can do, is up air juggles. You might see that from time to time with your Banjo Amiibo. There you go. Ooh, get the go moves. Get the go moves. Can he do it? Come on. I wasn't expecting him to dodge that. Power Geyser, please. Power, don't go for an Insta Drop. Yo! Alright! Go moves for the win. Amiibo versus Amiibo battles are very horizontally based. Once you actually train good Amiibo, it ends up being who has better horizontal prowess. Buster Wolf is, except for a Lull and Whip, which is the most broken move in Amiibo bar none. Anyone who's watched Raid Boss Open by Choctopus should be very familiar with that. No, Buster Wolf is like the most dominant horizontal move ever, except for like Me Gunner's Missile and Lull and Whip. And Gunner's Missile actually just got an AI nerf, so we're not entirely sure if that even has a role in the future of the Amiibo meta. It's interesting that he's not following that up with Power Down. I've never ever seen that from a Terry amiibo where he just jab jab and doesn't do power dunk. That's highly unusual. And again, spirits screw with it. I'm a vanilla trainer. Usually I don't usually put spirits on. I haven't labbed out Instant Drop a whole lot. This is not exactly my forte, but I figured you guys would like it. Oh, he interrupted the Buster Wolf. Oh my god. Oh, this Banjo is pissed. He's like, I'll interrupt your little go move, sure. Throw you off stage, kill you with a forward air. Beautiful. This Terry might win, but I like this Banjo a lot more. There you go. There. That's interesting. So he used the power dunk because it would bypass the super armor. I wonder if that's just a coincidence or if there's some sort of calculation in there. I'd have to ask the spirits trainers because I don't know. That's interesting. Down through the jab. I only jabbed once, like in that very first match. He's got the go moves now. The thing about Terry, so Terry's inconsistent because of go moves, right? Over 100%, he becomes a killer if it's trained to use go moves properly, right? But until then, whew. That was odd. He just nared into Insta Drop. That was so weird. The thing about Insta Drop is that like there's so much that Amiibo can do out of it, you know. Even though it's not as hard to beat just in raw power as like Super Armor is, it makes for more interesting raid bosses. Those of you that have seen Omega Luigi, actually the guy who trained Omega Luigi helps out with the channel a lot. He does modded footage and whatnot. We have videos of me fighting him, I think. But no, Omega Luigi uses Insta Drop, actually. This is going to go to best of 3, isn't it? That's going to be hilarious. Yep, best of 3. Do it. I don't think Terry's going to pull this off. There's no way he's going to pull this off. Okay, good. Alright, best of 3. This video is going to end up longer than I thought, but honestly, it's worth it. If you're still watching and you're not liked and subscribed, and my propaganda has not swayed you, you truly have the mind of a warrior. You should feel very good about yourself right now. Unless your grades are not good, in which case, come on, study. What are you doing not studying? You're watching me instead of studying? I applaud the effort. Good for you. Helps the retention. Oh, that was funny. Alright, whatever. Is it just me, or does it seem like without Jab Jab Power Dunk, Terry can't do as much damage? I really do think if I had chosen any other spirit, aside from like Super Armor or Slow Super Armor, I think Banjo would have lost this pretty handily. Just because that's how good Power Dunk is, but you know, Power Dunk relies on small multi-hits that connect into each other, and Super Armor just ignores that until you get to high percents. Banjo's fishing for that forward air. He knows what he wants. That's good training right there. Not to compliment myself or anything, but when they're consistently using and properly using the move that you're training them to, that's good training right there. And sometimes they have more than one, right? Like my Mega Man, I have one of the best Mega Man amiibo ever. Literally, one of the best, most legendary competitive Mega Man of all time. And I taught him to use back air, right? But he's hard-coded to do forward air. So when he's only doing back air or forward air, good. It's character-specific amiibo AI is tremendously annoying, but also very fun sometimes. It's just Banjo refusing to die. That's really it. Terry's a multi-hit character, and in vanilla he's going to be great, but in spirits, Super Armor is going to be what kills him. Super Armor is banned though, so like, This is going to end up being like half the video, and I love it. It's that ability to just take a hit and forward smash in response that's making Banjo win this, frankly. Truth be told. Because, like, look, he just took 2 hits to the face with Terry's backside special, whatever that's called. And he just threw out a forward smash anyway. You know? Did you jump? It was an SD as far as I'm concerned. My goodness, Banjo. Terry could win this. Okay, maybe not. Does it count as commentator's curse if it's Amiibo? Is that a thing? Dude, I just love it. Banjo just ignores everything. That's actually why Super Armor is banned, by the way, is because it basically invalidates so many characters. It's ridiculously broken. If this was a vanilla match, Terry would win this hands down, right? Or if they both had Super Armor, I think Terry would win this hands down. It's the unfairness of the quality of their effects, right? Because like Super Armor is like the 2nd best spirit in the game, and Instant Drop is like the 7th. So, but Terry still won. Yay! Power Geyser! Woo! All right. That was fun. That was really fun. You're still here? Video's over. Well, leave a like, but otherwise, have a good one, folks.